Preparing just to live stream the meeting. Oh gosh, we're at 8:08. Okay. Looks like it's live, but it's just looking at my dead camera.
Okay, hold on a second here. Stand by. See if it sees my ugly face. Up on the screen now.
There is a lag.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing a black screen that says Bethany. Why? How is that even? Wait, there you are. There you are. Okay,
All right,
okay.
see?
All right. So we're going to post this link to Facebook.
Yeah, and post it out there real quick. And those of you that are listening on that end, if you guys want to post it out on your Facebook while we're waiting for everybody to kind of catch up, go ahead and do that. Make sure you don't sign out of Zoom now.
Hang on. I'll give you the link.
And Bethany just uploaded that link for you. So
can we let Rod in, please?
you're going to have to check it out on participants.
Okay, I'm in.
All right. Rod the Gemini.
Hey.
All right, stand by. Bethany, enable my screen sharing.
Hang on. Okay. I can't do that other than making you host, which I think will kill our YouTube feed. Am I right?
No.
Welcome to a completely explorational and experimental inside the 3's.
So you should be able to enable members to share just like I did earlier for your screen.
Where? I don't see that, and I can't.
So share screen, hit the button.
Yeah, I can share my screen.
It doesn't give you the option to enable share.
Oh, hang on. Ah, all participants.
There you go.
Okay. How's that?
There we go.
Can you do it now?
I can do it now. All right, let's see here this real quick. Make sure this is coming through. Not coming through on that end?
You are.
Sound and everything? All right, cool. Beautiful. All right, make sure that's all there. Cool. And did we share those out to everybody? Bethany?
I'm sorry.
Did we
What
share
did
out
I-
the, we shared
Did I-
out the link?
Yeah, I put that on Facebook. So hopefully people will join us on YouTube. We would love to see you there.
Right. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and start this bad boy off, yeah?
All right. Yeah, it's running. I can't.
All right, Bethany, go ahead and kill your mic. Stand by, Vic.
Right.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everybody, to Inside the Threes. I'm your host, Mike Palau, and this is the show where we go over everything that's gone on inside the Threes from the previous ones. If you're just joining us for the first time, what is Inside the Threes? Well, it's a show all about the big show, which is our online theater challenge, 3x3. Okay, this is a show where we talk about what's been done in the past. We go over some of the links that are the scenes that we've had in the past in here, and are fortunate enough to have some of the actors, playwrights, and directors join us and talk about their scenes. And so if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do that. It's on Thursday, coming up next Thursday. Every other Thursday is 3x3. That is the online theater challenge. And what it is performers actually doing live theater right there in front of your eyes as it's happening. And it's pretty amazing. If you haven't had the opportunity, you need to check it out. Make sure you go over to Rough Magic Shakespeare Company page on Facebook. Like them. Also, hit us up on the YouTube Rough Magic page right there. You're going to go in and subscribe to it, and make sure you hit the bell. That's the notification bell. It'll send you a ring every time we post new scenes that have been performed by our performers. So make sure you hit that up and share it with your friends. Tell them, hey, you know what? I saw an amazing piece that was done on this YouTube channel, Rough Magic Shakespeare Company, and then share them up. Send them the link. Tell them they need to check it out because we have some amazing stuff happening. And the best part is it's all live. It is right there in front of your face as it's happening. It's not recorded. It's not, as you're seeing tonight, it is real and live. And so we want to first apologize for a little bit of the technical glitch. Facebook wasn't playing along with us as it should and as it has in the past. So we switched over and made it happen over here on YouTube. So we are glad you're able to join us. And again, make sure you share that link out, hit the subscribe button, and share it with your friends. Tell them. It's the only way we get the word out. It's by talking about it, okay? And again, live theater without a net, it's worth checking out. Trust me, okay? Tonight, it's a little bit different than what we've done in the past. Generally, we're talking to performers, directors, and playwrights who have participated in the 3x3 online theater event the previous week. However, this week, we're kind of looking ahead to the future, yeah? We're going a little bit forward and talking to the cast members and director and a writer of next week's show, which is going to be called Street Life. And it's by Victor Love. And the cast members are all from the Victor Love Studio, acting studio up in Atlanta, Georgia, hot Atlanta, right? And go turn on your microphone there, Vic, for me. How you doing, my man?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
You know what? It's been a fight today, but hey, I'm here with you, and I'm happy. I'm happy with it. So,
It doesn't kill you; it makes you stronger. So they say.
Right. And you know what? I would be remiss to say that the phrase "fail forward" has crossed my mind a lot today. So thank you for that. So first off, let's talk about next week's show. It's yeah. It's huge, man, because it's a little bit different for us on our end because, Bethany, who, if you guys are new to this, Bethany Stillian is the lady who is constantly chasing down actors, directors, and assigning pieces and all that, the madness that happens that you don't get to see. She's living it every day. And so this time, she's not. It's Victor who's doing all that. A little bit different.
Blame it on me. I'll take it.
No, it's good. I'm sure she appreciates it. Trust me. That's awesome. That's awesome. So what's it been like? First off, let's talk about, before we get into what it's been like to get everything together, let's talk about Street Light. What is it? Tell us a story. It is autobiographical. I can't even pronounce. It's about you and your life coming up, right? I can't even pronounce it.
Autobiographical. It's about me. Years ago, I was told that I should write down my journey. My journey has been very, very interesting. I went to a school for acting, came out of the school and did a lot of work. I studied classical acting, and I got my first movie role right out of college. It was a movie called Native Son, and Oprah Winfrey played my mother. Matt Dillon was in it with Elizabeth McGovern. It was an incredible cast, and I was fortunate enough to play the lead. From doing that film, I was nominated for the award for independent film for the best actor.
Mm-hmm.
An incredible way to start my career.
I bet.
It wasn't. People said to me, "What happened?" Well, not a whole lot happened. It's just that I went from that. I went into A Few Good Men. I did a lot of things on Broadway, feature films, HBO, a lot of stuff like that. But it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I was not happy with the attention. I was not happy with the stress. I didn't really know how to do the things that now I know how to do, how to take care of myself and to do what I had to do.
Right on.
My journey took me to some very dark places. And I have had some incredible realizations based on my journey. Okay. My journey has brought me to you, and it's brought me to Atlanta from New York, from LA. And it's brought me to my school, Evolve Atlanta Acting Studio, where we fail forward. I failed in some ways, but I never gave up. And I had people who mentored me and who cared about me. And so this is my journey from when I was a little kid to when I went into college, to when I got my first movie role, to going on Broadway, to finding out that I wasn't happy and finding this life that people associate with actors, the street life, the dark life, going into the homeless area and finding myself in the darkness. So this is a kind of a story about that. I began writing it because a wonderful director who's passed away, Lee Richardson, said I should write it. That it was it was interesting, and it's been very healing for me. So
that's cool.
My actors, my family, they have agreed to do this reading.
Right.
They're going to perform some of the roles, some of the different people that were in my life, and I'll introduce them to you and let you know who they are, and maybe they might do a little snippet of who they are.
Oh, so right on.
To see who we're dealing with. I ain't going to force them to, but I'm going to suggest that
you put them on the spot.
What the heck, right?
Why not? Without a net. It's without a net. So, I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah. So that's what it's about. It's my first foray into writing. It's been very, very interesting.
So this is your first time, you said, writing into that. How do you find it's been different? How's the challenge been for that? Because I mean, writing something, putting yourself out there and telling your story, how you remember it. How's that coming across as far as transferring memory to paper?
Well, it's been interesting because the truth is easy to tell.
Sure.
When I write the truth, it has a life of its own. When I try to hide the truth and put something else on the paper that might sound good, it was kind of like not very good at all.
Right.
I was encouraged by Lee to tell the truth. And if we can't tell the whole truth, then we can cut it, but I have to tell the whole truth.
Right.
acting for me is like bleeding. I feel like I cut myself to act, and I find the pain, and out of the pain, I find my need. I think that's what we do as artists. The writing has been like bleeding on the page. It has been like this big red messes of me all over the place, and I just love that. I know, ugly, ugly.
I love it, though. I love it.
That's what it feels like.
Right on, right on. So you're getting this out there. You're getting ready to have this show next week. What do you expect to see? Are you ready to kind of see some of these scenes being performed by other people? And as you're projecting your story and your truth in that deal, it's got to feel a little weird to see other people kind of giving you that back.
You know what? These actors that you're going to see who will be doing the show next week, right. We've worked on this a little bit together. Okay. And it has been amazing. Yeah. Because these are people out of my life. You're going to see a casting director. You're going to see one of my elementary school teachers, Sister Jeanette. You're going to see Hal Scott, this famous director who worked with me. You're going to see Little Boy Lost, who is me before I became who I am. You're going to see these different people. And so when they capture the essence of these people, it is in some ways wildly weird. Yeah. And incredibly moving to see them come alive like they've been coming alive. And these are just bits and pieces of the play where, of course we couldn't do the whole thing, and the whole thing is meant to be done eventually at a major theater. But right now, because I am here committed to working with you all, I wanted to share my stuff with you.
That's awesome. Man, we are excited. Trust me, we are very excited to see it, especially to see that kind of a story when it's that true, when especially we know who it's coming from. It's a different experience for us, at least to me on this end, because I'm like, I want to see what the story is, you know what I mean? More so. It's very, very exciting, very exciting.
And these actors are really, they put their hearts and souls into this. Nice. They are prepared, and they're going to make Atlanta proud, and they're going to make Coach Victor incredibly proud. So I'm excited for you to meet them.
So question for you. Have you, the people that are involved, that the actors are going to be portraying, do they know that this play exists, and have you invited them to see the show next week? What's that like?
I haven't invited them to see the show. Bonnie is a very famous casting director. I don't know if she would like the way I presented her. Hal passed away years ago, so he's not going to be there. Jan Maycock is playing a character called Mama Grand, and Mama Grand was the first voice that spoke to me. And so she is an ancestor who, Sister Jeanette was my 6th grade teacher. I'm sure that she's with the Pope someplace, wherever the Pope is. And Rod is doing a piece about the history, the night that the day that Martin Luther King was shot. Oh, wow. The experience that went on. And DeMario is playing a drug dealer, because part of the darkness in my life is that. Now, one of the things that I think is important is that people recognize this is an adult story. Sure. We use the N word because it was part of the vernacular of the streets. We use, there's some things in there that are grown up. Sure. When we, do the Disney PG version, we'll
nice. Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what. How about we introduce some of these other voices that are going to be coming through here, huh?
Well, why don't we start off with Miss Betty Mitchell?
Ah, Betty.
One of our standbys, one of our constant contacts here. And Betty, God. Can you please just give us the first couple of lines? Come on screen, darling. Come on. Don't hide.
She's scared already.
Don't be scared. So we want to hear the first couple of lines of Sister Jeanette, and then I'm going to leave this to Mike to talk to you. Now, Sister Jeanette was my 6th grade teacher. And I went through some really ugly things in 6th grade. My father and parents had separated, and Sister Jeanette, with the love of God and the love of Christ and this little paddle that she had, put me in line. So, Betty, will you give us a little bit of Sister Jeanette, and then Mike, just take it from there, okay?
You bet.
We can't hear you.
I'm muted. All right, class, you may sit down. What did I just see? Patrick, what did you pass to Victor? No, it wasn't nothing. Victor, may I have that, please? Patrick, don't you try and snatch it from Victor's hand. It wasn't nothing. It was not nothing. Nothing is not a piece of paper that you've just torn in half. Oh, God. Oh, God, forgive this boy, this naughty boy, this dirty picture drawing boy.
Okay, Betty. Thank you.
Wow. Well, first, may I say, welcome, sister.
I wasn't prepared for doing Sister Jeanette tonight. I was going to prepare to do it next week.
Surprise. You got put on the spot. You're the consummate pro. Come on, you got this. So with that going in, first off, let me just say, I felt like I was already in trouble by your presentation of Sister there. I'm like, oh God.
I didn't bring my ruler tonight.
Well, I guess we're all lucky then. So with that going on, where I mean, again, you know, I kind of touched on this with Vic, but you're playing a character that obviously is in his life and his past and all that. What's that like as an actor, being so close to where the source is coming from?
Well, I didn't know Sister Jeanette. I've known nuns, but I didn't know Sister Jeanette. So what I have to do is do the character as the playwright wrote her. It may be exactly like other people see Jeanette, or it may not be, but it is, I want to do my best to do the character that Victor wrote on the page. Nice. So that's all I got to go by. I'm kind of glad Sister Jeanette won't be with us Thursday night. I'm not sure I do her faithfully, but that's between Vic and the sister.
So Vic, as you're watching this develop, and you know, she gives that first little, I mean, obviously, I've been in trouble with nuns a lot. I have no problem admitting it. There's probably a paddleboard with my backside still on it somewhere. But you're seeing this develop. You're seeing her approach on it. That's got to bring back just memories as you're watching this being performed in that way, right?
It is very interesting because as an adult watching Sister Jeanette, I totally get how much she loved me. Right. I totally get it. And as a child, when she was like, Victor, you come here now, you know, and she was doing all that stuff, I was like, oh, you know, and now I see it and I see how she loved me. And the piece is all about that, you know. That's awesome. It's about a 13-year-old boy. And you know how we were at 13 years old. We were developing things and we were noticing things. And Sister Jeanette had to make sure we didn't notice them too vividly. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, and let's bring in our next person.
We're going to bring in Jaden.
Jaden, okay.
Jaden is a 15-year-old. I think he's a prodigy. I think he's just amazing. And Jaden will be doing a piece called Little Boy Lost. Little Boy Lost is the dreams that young Victor had. And Jaden, just do a couple of lines for us, okay?
I'm going to unmute your mic there, buddy. There you go.
No problem. Yes, I can see into the future. No, not everyone's. I can only see mine. I don't know how I do it. I just do. I thought everyone saw the way I see. They don't. I don't want to talk about it, okay? People laugh at me when I tell them. You won't laugh. Sure, that's what they all say.
Okay, we're not going to give them any more than that.
What? Come on.
Tease. We're going to tease them, Jaden. We're going to tease them. Beautiful, baby. Beautiful.
Fair enough.
I got to tell you, first off, the face that I see on the screen, when it first comes on, I don't think that voice is coming out.
I know. Right? I know.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, trust me, take that as a compliment because I still sound 12. So, so how's it feel being the 15-year-old doing this piece, this approach, and with the character and the topic being that it is, it's raw and everything about it. Give me your approach there as a 15-year-old coming through there with that thunderous voice, and show me what it's like. Talk to me.
It's actually surprisingly not bad at all. Like, I've been acting for a while now. Like, I've been acting since I was 7, and I've been doing monologue after monologue, audition after audition. And to me now it's normal. Like, you give me a piece, I'll just do it, and I'll make the best of my ability to perfect it.
He's like, I ain't scared.
I love it. Yeah.
So, as your approach is coming into this, and again, being, I always find it interesting when somebody is reliving a story that is being told or been written, and that person is there. What's that like for you as an actor, having that person being there, knowing that is the truth that you're portraying for them? What's that like?
It feels actually good. It feels like you're expressing something. Well, you're expressing something that somebody has held in for so long, and it's like you're the one that's getting that energy out for them. They don't have to do it, but they're still doing it. They're still doing it.
Right. So you're playing your teacher, though. I mean, that's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let's be honest. It's a little odd that way, right? So it's pretty amazing that you get the opportunity to do that. And again, that person is reliving their story through you. That's a little bit of a pressure and a weight, right?
Yeah.
But he does it very well. And this young man met me. We're going to go to Melinda now.
Okay.
Melinda was the casting director for my first TV not movie. I didn't do a TV movie, but Miami Vice. It was Miami Vice, and the casting director told me to do it better, and I have never forgotten that. Because I think when somebody says do it better, what the hell are you telling me? But this woman scared the hell out of me, and I did it better, and I got the job.
Nice.
So, to give us a little bit.
Okay, I'll give you the hard part.
Oh.
The camera is rolling. Stop, LOVE. When I say the camera's rolling, you start. Or would you like for me to say action? Or maybe just start the goddamn audition.
Stop! Thank you, Melinda.
Yes, and she's bringing the casting director realness to life. I love that.
Oh, I know. I know.
So
Victor told me that I needed to be meaner. That I was
no, that's good.
So I'm trying to throw the mean in there.
No, that's beautiful.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Because when you look back on your life and you see this casting director who was casting the biggest TV show in the time, and she's saying, "Do it better," and you're sitting there going like this, and then you do it better, you get the job, and your whole life changes because she cared. People were tough because I thought I could do it, and Melinda is such a sweetheart. We were so excited when we saw her bring that other side of herself into the room, and just love her to death.
So Melinda, is this kind of like a hidden side that maybe they just don't know what's going on here?
It's all about bringing it out from the inside and the inner objective. So my inner objective was a biatch.
I love a biatch. Not just biatch. Biatch. All right, wonderful. So in getting in that character, have you ever had to deal with a casting director in that same kind of environment? Have you experienced that yourself?
I've never experienced anyone who was that mean, but I do know what he means by do it better, because I was actually, a funny story, I was on a Tyler Perry set and, sitting in a diner eating, and he actually sent the PA over to tell me to eat better.
See, that's a piece I could have totally been like, I've got this.
The same thing with Victor. I'm like, eat better. I've been eating all my life. I should know how to eat. What is going on here?
So just out of curiosity, what did you change to eat better? I got to know for my
Plus,
own.
they would give me something to eat because I'd eaten all the stale chips that were on my plate. The PA ran off and got me some more chips, and I was able to eat.
Nice. But at least you ate better, and so now you're, here you are.
Learn to eat better. It's the training to go to Victor to learn to eat better.
Well, there you go. You just got to make sure nice and animated.
Right?
Like you are the most proficient eater out there. Well done.
Yeah, the best.
We're gonna, sorry for that phone call coming through. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna
That's
go.
the casting director.
Go to Jan Maycock. Jan is playing a character called Mama Grand. And when I was first tempted or provoked into writing this piece, I didn't know how to write it. I didn't know what to do. And Lee told me, just go and sit still and see what comes to you, what comes through you. And I sat still, I did some meditation, nothing happened. And then I started to hear a voice. Now it sounds corny, but I started to hear a voice. And I wrote down what the voice said. And this is part of what came out. And Lee and I sat there and we cried. I've got to do some more work with Mama Grand, but she is an ancestor who had made a decision not to make no more slaves out of her. Whatever it is that I was involved in as a victor, her prodigy, the love that she lived for, I had to stop doing that thing that I was doing, which was, drugs and stuff. So Jan, just find a place in there that you'd like to start, okay? And just...
I'd never seen his eyes so lit with rage and anger and maybe pain. There was something in him that was no way good, no way right. And yeah, I was afraid because I knew that something was coming. But I loved that man. I loved him. And even as he beat me and kicked me and stomped me, and even when I heard my arm break, and even when my head felt like it was an egg cracking, even when I seemed to float above the hurt he was giving me, even as my crying and begging voice went hoarse.
She's talking about my great-great-great-grandfather.
Wow.
That she was trying to leave, and he would not let her leave. He told her she wasn't going to leave. She was going to stay there, and he beat her. And she found the will to live because she had an idea in her mind that was me. Beautiful, Jan.
Wow, Jan. Wow, I'm kind of taken back here. How's that feel when you're performing that, Jan? Knowing that it is somebody so distant back in that that history that we're coming from, but understanding the pain that's there. Talk me how you get into that position mentally, that place.
Well, it's really very, very, very difficult, but I realized that pain is the pain that a lot of women endured on the hope and the faith that life would be better for their offsprings and their offsprings' offsprings. So that's the one thing that really keep you alive, the hope, the dream that life will be better for your children and your children's children. That's it.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight, man. That's heavy stuff.
She's blown us away each time she's done it. She had rocked the house and called up some voices from the past. Beautiful, Jan. Thank you.
Thank you. That's, okay, I cannot wait to see this next week. Good.
So now we're going to go to DeMario.
Mario.
Is going to play a character whose name is Sugar Man.
Uh-oh.
Sugar Man was a drug dealer.
Mm.
Sugar Man was a seducer, a devil, made it all seem so good. And he's part of my story too. Can we hear you?
Yeah, can y'all see me good?
Yeah.
Got you.
My apologies for the lighting. Man, who are you? You the police? Come here. Follow me. Sit down. Now I'm gonna give you a rock and you're gonna hit this shit right in front of me. Here, hit this. Easy. Slow. Yeah. You like that? Oh yeah. I can see you like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice, DeMario. Well done, man.
Thank you,
How do
sir.
you-
Thank you.
No, sir, come on. What, sir? Oh, no.
In Georgia, everybody's a sir or a miss.
No, you good. No, sir. I'm just a guy sitting over here enjoying your stuff. I should be saying, thank you, sir.
Right on.
What's it like to have that kind of character, to be able to have the opportunity to play that kind of character that obviously we've all had either some sort of interaction with in our lives, either directly or indirectly? That's a big deal. And, you know, whether we like it or not, I have friends in the past who were exactly that. And they were friends to me. But, you know, they were a drug dealer. And that's just the way it is. That was their thing. Okay, cool. Not my thing, but their thing. What's that like? Where do you approach that from? How do you feel your connection to that character is developing through?
You know, in order to play a character like this and to be like sincere, to really bring it and be sincere with it, I have to go to like a dark place. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all got a past. Some of our rabbit holes go deeper than others, but you have to really go to a real dark place in order to bring out that sinister character. You know what I mean?
Right on.
Yeah.
I could honestly, I got to play a drug dealer once myself. And I did. It was great. But that was when I had longer hair and a goatee and the whole thing. But I got to do that. I ended up using, again, I like I said, I had friends. And so I ended up mixing my character from two of the guys that I knew very well in that world. Do you pull from experiences you've had with people that you've met in your life that way? Or is this just a completely different deal altogether?
It's a completely different deal altogether. Right. When he came to me with the role, there was nobody that immediately came to mind for me.
Gotcha.
This is just my own sinister villain. And like I say, going down into that, we all got the inner villain, going down into that dark place of, drug use and just that life and that world. You just got to bring it. Like you got to bring the dark side.
You do. And it's one of those things that I found when I played that character. There were moments that it scared me because it was almost like, for me, it was almost like, wow, I felt a little bit too, right, too real. Like I was, wait a minute, I'm a little too comfortable with that myself in that deal. Have you crossed that a little bit at all or no?
Yeah. Sometimes I do. Like I have to snap out of it. When we're in class or whatever, and I'm doing this, I might need a break, or immediately after like rehearsing this and preparing and practicing this, I have to snap out. I gotta let me call my mama. Let me call my kids. Let me get grounded. Right. Let me get grounded and remind myself that I'm not that dude, because like I say, sometimes you can go down in that hole and get lost. It can be a good thing or a bad thing. You really do have to live with the character. I mean, I think it's exciting, but again, you really have to visit dark places in order to represent dark people. I mean, straight cutthroat criminology. Sure. I don't care nothing about you or your problems or what you're going through. I just need you to make me rich.
That's it.
Period.
And that's all it was, is a deal.
Yeah.
Knew a number.
Okay, now we're going to go to Nathan.
Yep.
Nathan is playing Hal Scott. Hal Scott was the director. He was first seen on Broadway in Boys in the Band. He went on to direct several Broadway plays where he was just fantastic. And when he came to me, I was in college in the master's program, and I hadn't had any teachers of color. And they brought him in because they knew that as a Black actor, I was going to need to do roles that reflected that. And he beat my butt. OMG. And he's a character who will surprise you because the way he starts off ain't the way he ends. So give us something, Mr. Nathan. Don't give it too much away now. We want him to come back to the show.
Stop! What the hell does the script say? Yes, they spit at you as you returned home from war. War, where people you loved were killed, they died. And let's not even get into what that means to you, what that feels like. Losing someone you love, someone who love means life or death. Obviously, you don't know that. You're a pretty boy. You sit back and you look good. Put all your attention on sounding good. Stop fucking singing and tell me the truth.
Yes.
What is your truth?
Yes. Okay, that was Hal. That was Hal.
Nice. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
So you get to play a character that really obviously put Victor a little bit through the ringers in that, at least from what you just gave us there. What's that like for you?
I grew up in New York, and I was in a couple of organizations that I had mentors and I had leaders who inspired me, and they too were disciplinarians and they were hard, but they had that love and that gentleness in them to let me know that they were nurturing and giving me love. So I really kind of can relate to what that father figure mentor is like.
Right.
I had a rough one myself.
I had somebody throw drumsticks at me.
Oh no!
Not dead serious. Drumsticks. You just kind of dodge them. So no, I get it. But there, obviously, you said this one starts off one way and it ends another. So obviously, that father figure type deal connection in there, right? There's obviously a journey that happens with this. And you do find, just as Nathan said, you have those people that will be that disciplinarian that whoop that behind up and down, but all of a sudden you realize that there's a purpose, there's a reason for that kind of tough love in that way. Where Nathan took it there was amazing. First off, thank you, sir, for that. That was brilliant stuff. And you said you had somebody who you remember as that person for you. Are you kind of living that in this role a little bit, or?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a substitution that you would not believe. It's fresh in my mind. And it's interesting because as Victor evolved in his craft, there was the tenderness came in as the mentor instructors saw that he was actually getting what he was trying to get from him. So then the compassionate father love comes in there. So, and I received that as well.
Yeah, same. In fact, I just had lunch with mine 2 weeks ago. So, it's amazing how that transformation happens, right? All of a sudden that kind of figure that was putting that thumb down on you is all of a sudden that person that's giving you the hug, whether it be emotional or from a suggestive standpoint of where you should go next with your career and stuff like that. It's an amazing transformation, but getting there is always the interesting part, right?
Right. Yes.
Now there's I want to introduce Rod.
Okay.
Rod is telling a little history story, and I am basically Rod, can you come on? Can we see you? Oh, there you are, handsome young man. There you are. Now he's telling a history story about what happened on the day that Martin Luther King. Rod, come on back. Come on back. He hasn't been schooled in Zoom like the rest of them.
Yeah.
So now what you're going to do is you're going to start telling the story from where you hear about are coming. Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
You want me to tell the story from the script, right?
Yes, go to the script and
Okay.
go to where you keep on jumping out. Oh, do you have your script on your phone?
Yes, I do.
Then don't worry about it.
Okay.
Rod tells a very interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
His story is about an 8-year-old who is sitting in class when Martin Luther King is shot. And Martin Luther King, he's one of the only Black students in an all-white environment. And the teachers come and tell them all, you got to go home. You got to go home right away. And one of the little boys says, they say, why? And he says, because the niggers are coming. The niggers are coming. And so all the kids run. They run home, terrified of these inners. And so that's the story. So the tragedy of that day is broken down from the point of view of a third grade Black kid who doesn't even know that they're talking about him. And it's very, very beautifully performed by this man, and it won't play for us right now. But he's intriguing story. And then the last thing that I would like to do is that there are a couple of other pieces that I wanted to tease you with.
Ooh.
That's okay?
Oh, you think I'm going to say no to that?
Okay. This one right here is called The Auctioneer. And The Auctioneer, I'm going to give you just a little piece of this one. Are y'all ready? Come on, hear ye. This fine specimen is Victor Love. Rolling Stone, the New York Times, CNN, and LA Times all say he is the next one. The next one ordained to break through. Classically trained, college educated, physically fit to hump the role requires. That's from Frank Rich, New York Times. And it goes on. But they talk about, and you can have him too. Go to the William Morris Plantation. Hey, you can get him for a price. So we have that piece there, which is just a piece that talks about what I felt when I was in New York, when I had gotten all the success. I felt like it was just a caged thing. And then this one right here is the very, very last one that we'll share with you tonight. And this one right here is called, I'll just do it for you. Hey, y'all. Welcome to a meeting of Broke Celebrities Anonymous. My name is Captain Save-A-Ho. You can call me Captain. And I will be your host this evening. Let's start off with a moment of silence. Mission statement. We are here with our shame and our pain because we thought we was it and found out we wasn't shit. Okay, so, so that's, as you can see, we go all over the place with the piece.
Right.
And, we try to find the humor in it, and we try to find the humanity in it. And I try to tell the truth. I don't come out smelling like a rose. I come out really being as honest as I can be. My mother in Native Son, Oprah, she said the thing to do is tell on yourself before they can tell on you. You see? So, I done did some things, but I have come through it, and I hope that I can be an example that love You see these people? Love and having a purpose can bring you back to where you're supposed to be.
That's amazing. That is amazing. First off, I can't wait to see the whole thing. Like, I really am just generally excited about watching all these pieces come through. How many characters are going to be on all together?
On next Thursday, there'll be 13 of characters. My mother, my father are also going to be included at different points in their lives.
Really?
And when the play itself is done, there's 23 different characters. So it's going to be exciting for me as an actor. And I'm taking all the good things these guys are bringing to the roles and make it like mine. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
Well, that is awesome. Guys, I want to thank every one of y'all for being with us today, man. It's great. I cannot wait to see this. For those of you who are joining us for that first time in that kind of role, or the small box, I guess you can say here, I hope it wasn't too weird or too odd. And God, I can't wait to see this whole thing. And this is next Thursday. So those of you who are watching out there, you need to make sure you cannot miss this, okay? I mean, you got a little, like, a snippet. If this was a buffet, you just got thrown rice. That's it, okay? That's all you get. But you get to check this out next week. Make sure you hit us up on the Rough Magic Shakespeare Company page on Facebook and also on YouTube, okay? We're going to send the link out. Make sure you look for that. We promise that'll come out here soon, I guarantee you, one way or another. But if anything, make sure you hit it up, because by attaching your name to both the Rough Magic Shakespeare page on Facebook and the YouTube one, you'll be able to get your alerts, right? And so if you have the alerts, you know that magic like this is coming up. You don't want to miss it. I guarantee you. And somebody takes you through their life and you get to be part of that journey while they're watching it, you don't want to miss it, okay? You just don't. So, guys, I want to thank you guys. Any last minute comment from anybody? No?
I love all of you. I love all of you. That's it. Mike, thank you. And Bethany, you're somewhere in there. You know, our producer, we love you. And thank you all so much for giving us a chance to do this.
Oh, no, listen, thank you for sharing this story, man. I can't wait to see. I mean, again, you're getting the opportunity to watch somebody's journey being portrayed in front of your face, in front of your eyes. And as you're watching this, and that's a beautiful thing, man. That's generally beautiful. So thank you for that. Thank you. All right, guys, once again.
Thanks, Mike.
No, stop, man. You guys, this is the easy part. I get to hang out and just look at you guys. So I'm all right. I got the good job. So once again, everybody, make sure you sign up and subscribe to those channels so you get this information, that you get the opportunity to see this, and share it with your friends. Because again, word of mouth and connection is what this whole thing is all about, right? Acting, talking, projecting, sharing the stories. It's all communication. So share it with your friends and don't be stingy, right? All right, guys.
Save Live Theater.
Live Theater, save the world.
That's it. That's it. You heard it. It's legit and true. So make sure you do it. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right, Bethany, take us out.